Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 22nd episode of Dart or Panorama to UCL, starring Dartford FC. Here's the second time I do this intro, so yeah, that's basically why I missed it. So in the last intro that I had to delete, I was talking about how I memorized this like a poem, but apparently that isn't the case. So yeah, that works. So thank you for your continuous support and viewership of the series. This episode is a strange one. It includes the proper end of season. It includes some bits and pieces from the off season, but not that much because, as I'll be talking as I'll be talking through the video, I have like 3 hours of footage that are is just unusable because it's super boring. Nobody wants to join us. So yeah, 3 hours of stupid recording, just using up my free space on my SSD for nothing because I cannot use it. So yeah, perfect stuff here. So yeah, let's get into it and hopefully you like it. It's one hell of a season in the championship, that's for certain. But you'll see. All right, going through the end of season items, we won the league. We are just skimming through until we get that sweet end of season screen where we can see the players, the best signings, and all that things. And I get this item for 460 seats, 600,000 cost. Our overall balance stands at 300,000, give or take. And we took another loan, 300,000 loan. Oh fuck me, it's gonna kill us. We still have the other loan that the board took until when? 37, and this one is until 39. We are in debt, short of 1 million pounds in debt, and they're just taking loans. Like, have they heard of financial education? Did my board hear about financial education? I highly doubt it. Currently, there's the playoffs going on. I think it's the semifinals. No, it will be drawn today. So until the playoffs are done, there's nothing we can do. I'll just skip forward until some interesting things happen. Otherwise, yeah, nothing will be happening, I guess. We lost 200,000 based on ground maintenance. Yeah, right. Hopefully that end of season money will kick in and we'll have enough to just cover our losses for the season. Because last season we made the net profit, uh, that is super offset by this season's loss because they're stupid. The port is idiotic. Peterborough won, so me and Peterborough are promoted. End of season review. New arrivals. Let's see. Ridgewall on loan. Very good deal for money. Need to check when his contract is up. Ryan O'Kane was the signing of the season apparently. He was very good. Yes, his wage was high, but he was very good during the season. He was very good uh, as a backup goalkeeper. Marv was amazing for this season, but he's old. His legs are kind of falling down and breaking, so he'll be released. Knight is actually an amazing player, low wages, and he is easily championship quality, I think. Spence, another good signing. Right now, he's backup player, but you know, Samuel very good on loan. Schuster decent on loan. I mean, it was a decent rotational option. And Smith, mm, I don't know what to say about him. If he develops, he'll be great. Otherwise, just just loan him out for the next season. Maybe just sell him for a little bit of profit. Who knows? We won the league by 8 points, which was amazing. Biggest win, yada yada. Sponsorship almost doubled. Broadcast revenue almost doubled. Every e- every revenue just doubled. Nonti, really Nonti, who is like a backup at best. Ford, Knight, O'Kane, and SN. I mean, strange shirt sales, but who am I to judge? This is how we lined up. Gills and Augustine in the attack. Augustine is a given, Gills not really. O'Kane and Ford um, inside forwards. Perfect pairing for this season. Ford will be leaving at the end of his contract. Spence and Whitley, yeah, Whitley had to leave, so about that. I think Knight would fit here. Robinson and Marv in the center of the defense is perfect, and Sariki and Carson on the wings of the defense is again as I'd expect. I as well. Augustine, fans player of the season. I mean, he is our best player by far. Signing of the season, O'Kane. He was very good. Goal of the season, Spence. Top goal scorer, 23 goals, Augustine. Not that big of an output, I guess, for him, but it's okay. It's alright. It works. It works. So it works. O'Kane, 20 assists. Amazing player, amazing signing. I wasn't expecting that much from him, but he really has shown us that he's really worth his value and his wages. Most passes completed, Joe Knight. Yeah, let's just move forward. Best 11, where they are now. Francis is playing for Dagen Red in the Panorama National, and are they both regulars? No, Stevens is not, but Francis played quite well. Boyai is playing in Kosovo. He's starting to play well for them, but I don't see him ever coming back to England. Ari Beam is in China, alright, and he's playing a fair amount of football. His wages are pretty low, so yeah. Right. Did Tusker get a new club? Nope. Foyo as well is a free agent still. Oh, is there anything interesting right now? Billy Terrell is still at QPR. He was our starting goalkeeper for the first season alone from QPR. He was very good for us, but ultimately I couldn't renew his loan because we were so down the leagues. Bogdan is still playing in the third league of Romanian football, playing decently there. Winter is at Totten, and he is retiring, right? Yeah, I mean, he looks like he should be retiring, to be fair. Oh, Shomoton. He's pretty old. He's playing in Nigeria. He's playing very poorly in Nigeria. Holy shit. Statham for Leatherhead in the lower leagues. Pretty good. I mean, he's a pretty poor player, to be fair, but he was decent for us when he played. Well, we have paid 240 to be shared among the squad, and we have received 700,000. Very good. We have a good overall balance. We have a good transfer budget. We are nice. So this season we actually made a very big profit, which is very good to see. We made a fair amount of money, which is great. Oh yeah, I don't care about that. I do my own research and recruitment. I mean, it's super nice. The problem is, however, that we are added him to shortlist. He used to play in the Premiership, Scotland Premiership. He was at Napoli for he played in Serie A. I mean, to be fair, he looks good. How much would you want? I actually think he's amazing. I mean, he is very good. He is very good. And as a ball winning midfielder, he'd work great alongside Jake Knight. Joe Knight, sorry. Perfect. Faithful month. When we actually start um, browsing sooner rather than later, or rather later rather than sooner in this case, so he is the best selling shirt. I mean, all of Thailand really banded together to just buy his shirt, but honestly, he's not that great. Teko's work permit was declined. That's the thing. I don't think we can get him on a work permit, right? Don't appear. Sanko unwilling to join. I mean, His permit was rejected. I'm not signing him on that wage. That's a bummer. We are in deep shit at the moment. This is the squad. I didn't continue with the preseason, mostly because how can I put it? Just a second to adjust the mic a little. Right, I adjusted the mic. So how can I put it a little better? I had no players wanting to join us. I have 3 hours of footage that I cannot use because it's boring as fuck, even more boring than my regular content, and that says a lot. And yeah, it's been the poorest transfer window I've ever had because right now I was actually looking for championship quality and I could not find any. So yeah, it's great. I have a depleted bench. I have in the right inside forward and right back positions really backup players like League 2 level of players. Maybe except Güler, who is League 1 standard, I think. But Wharton is a starter starting this season. Great things. Without further ado, let's go to the transfer screen. Let's see who has been released because I released a fair few players. Right. Let's start with Carson. Carson was released. He really wasn't looking like much. He was punching above his weight a lot, I think, and it made sense just to release him. He was picked up by Inverness in the Scottish Championship. I don't think that he'll be playing much for them. Let's check it out. I don't think he's a starter though. No. I mean, he's a starter, yes. Their squad looks depleted. Holy hell. What happened? I don't know. Holy crap. What happened to Inverness? They used to be a very good team in Scotland. Or a good team in Scotland. Right. Never mind that. Carson was released. Marv was released. He was turning 34 at the start of the season. Really made sense just to release him. He was fairly good. He was solid for us in League One. I don't think he would have made it in the championship. And his legs were really giving out. He was starting to just, I don't know, not be that great anymore. His composure is pretty bad, and I want composure in my center backs a little bit. So he went back to Nigeria, where he's playing for Rivers United. And yeah, that's it about Marv. Edai has been released. He signed for Bologna. I tried to resign him because I couldn't find any goalkeeper that matched him, but he didn't want to speak with me, so he signed for Bologna in Serie A. I think he's a backup for them. Right, he's the backup for them. This guy is their starter. I think Edai is actually better than him. Am I underestimating Edai? He plays for a mid-table Serie A team. How does that work? I think he's pretty poor, to be fair. I think he's pretty poor. But then again, had to release him. He didn't actually really fit my system of a sweeper keeper. He's more of a standard, goalkeeper. Then I released Sariki. I shouldn't have released him. He joins Rivers as well, alongside Marv. He was very good for us 2 seasons in the Sky Bay League 2 and Sky Bay League 1. Now the problem is I couldn't find anybody that this good. And yeah, releasing him was the biggest mistake I've done this transfer window. I thought I'd find a better right back. Yeah, spoilers. I did not because I'm an idiot, basically. And yeah. I mean, I cannot justify this. It's been it's been a stupid mistake on my part. I shouldn't have done it, but I did it. So there's no going back, I guess. This is one thing I regret from this transfer window. Released Ford. He is still a free agent. Nobody wants to bid on him. He's been serviceable for us in Vanarama National and League 2. In League 1, I think really was way more than he could handle. So it made sense just to release the guy. He really didn't perform for us last season, and it made sense to release him. Released Billy Hibbs as well. My staff was going crazy, like, why are you releasing him? Can't you see he's good? I don't think he's championship good. He's decent, yes, and he played his part in the Vanarama National for us. But since we started going to the Skybet League, to the leagues, the proper leagues, he kind of fizzled out of the first team. He was a decent option on the bench, but that's about it. So it made sense just to release the guy. Hassan has been released as well. He played fairly decently for us last season. He was a starter in the Vanarama National, but ever since we made it to the Skybet League 2, he kind of fizzled out again. He was nothing great, I feel like. It made just make sense to release the guy. I couldn't offer him any game time, and I want to embed more young players into the squad. So it just made sense in my mind. Ashdown released, he wasn't good enough. He never developed for us. He played very well at Barking, but that's about it. He never developed for us. That's the problem. Same story with George Lewis. Just had to release him. Picked up by Altrincham in the Vanarama National. I think that's where his level is at. He's already 21, and I don't think he's gonna be improving that much more. So it made just sense just to release him. He never developed, unfortunately. McDougall, once a huge prospect for us, has been released and he joined Bournemouth in the Vanarama National. Again, not the best player, never developed properly for us. Same old story. These other guys are just young, not even prospects, young players that were really not that great, to be fair. Now, transfers out. This is getting interesting. So, Luther lives for Ngezi in South Africa, no, in Zimbabwe, where he's playing sensationally. He was a very good player for us, but I think we've outgrown him a lot. So, it just made sense to release him. He was on 1.2 for us, 1.2k per week. It didn't justify his wage. He only has speed and physicals. Everything else is lackluster. I think it made sense to release the guy. I don't know if you agree with me. Lennon has been really loaned out. He has some potential. He has a very high value. Maybe he'll play well in Skybay League 2. I think that's where his level is at. Rasmussen loaned to Crawley, where hopefully he'll be developing in the Panorama National. Otherwise, I don't really see a future for him. Loaned Sheikh to Worthing. He is a very good young prospect. Hopefully he can improve. Otherwise, yep, another poor transfer on my part. And these are just loaned out players. Not really uh, worth it for me to go through all of them. So signings. I broke the transfer record for Jack Hudson from Rochdale. He is phenomenal. I've been tracking him for the better part of the last 3 seasons, and finally I have enough cash to just buy the guy. Advanced forward, he'll be starting in the advanced forward area of the pitch. He is amazing. Hopefully, he will be improving, and I think if he improves, he can even be a Premier League, lower table Premier League starter. Maybe, if he improves, of course. But I'm really hopeful to see how he makes this big step from the Vanarama National to the Championship directly. But I think he's amazing. He is good for the Championship, so hopefully he'll be staying for us. He'll be playing well for us, sorry. Bakayoko from Chelsea. He is our starting center back. He's on loan from Chelsea. I've kind of abused their loan system, but that's why it is in place, right? That's why we have the affiliation. So it makes sense to just loan him. He's a very good center back. He's better than the alternatives. I think he's better than Big Marv. So really curious to see how this guy performs. Next we have Warwick, or Whitewick actually is his name, but I'm gonna nickname him Warwick. He is a rotational option. I signed him. I signed him at first as a ball-winning midfielder, but he can perfectly slot in as an advanced playmaker as well. So he'll be an utility man for us. I feel like this is the way to go with him. He's a very good utility man. I think he's amazing. He can provide the backup for us this season. Next we have Guler, a very pacey striker, but I'm gonna play him as an inside forward where he's pretty good. I don't I don't I hope I won't be starting him. That's the thing. I hope I won't have to just start the guy, but he's a very good bench option. He has the speed and bringing him on late on against tiring opposition, he could really provide us with that spark needed to turn the draws into wins and losses into draws, because we're gonna need that. Bola as well signed on a free. Very good left back, huge improvement over Carson, I feel like. If we just compare these two guys, no, we cannot. But he is an improvement. His physicals are amazing, his technicals are good, his mentals are much better than Carson's, and I think he'll be great as a wing back on the attack for us. Next, we have Danso on loan from West Ham. Ball waiting midfielder, this guy looks amazing. Never mind his mentals or his technicals, his physicals are insanely good. And his aggression, bravery, anticipation, all of these are amazing. So I'm really hoping great things from the guy. Hopefully he will perform. Then the last transfer is Dawson for 100k. A goalkeeper, decent Sky Bet League 2 player, but he is an improvement over Edai. He's a huge improvement over Edai. He's a much better goalkeeper. He is not suited as a sweeper keeper, I feel like, but this is how he's slot in. I have no other way of playing him. So hopefully he will do the job for us. I think he's good. So how are we gonna line up this season? Or rather, let's look at the finances a little bit. We have 1 million in the bank, 1 million and 200,000 in the transfer budget. I think we're set for a very successful season, especially taking into account that the championship money will be amazing coming this season, because it's gonna be a huge increase in the revenue, especially from the TV deals that we're gonna have. So really looking forward to getting more money, and just for this season I want to avoid relegation, get in some more money from the championship, and improve the squad a little bit, because when we're talking about wage expenditure, we are the lowest spending team. Do I have the item here, wage? No, I don't have it. Basically, we're spending like almost 50k per week, and the second worst spender is Charlton at 200,000. Then you have Leeds at 2,000,000 per week. So yeah, that's the difference between our wage spend. So hopefully we'll be able to provide a good accord. Accord? Did I say accord? We'll be able to provide a good season in the championship. Maybe hopefully stay up and improve the squad, get some money in, improve our transfer budget, improve our facilities. That's a must at this point, and actually bring on better players and improve our reputation. That's what we need to do, because we right now have League Two reputation. Of course, players won't be joining us and will be going to other teams around our level because they have way higher reputation than us. So I'm keeping the system that brought us here. I think it would work. If we outscore the opposition, we might slot in some draws and wins. We have Dawson starting in as a sweeper keeper on defense. I think he's good. I think he'll be making a good start to his season. In the center of the defense, we have Bakayoko as a center back. He looks good for the role. We have Robinson, who again is very good for this level. Very good jumping reach, decent pace, very good positioning. Hopeful to see how he performs. Bola as a wing back on attack. I think he's good at that role. We are starting with Wharton. I don't know how to feel about that. His physicals are good, his mentals are somewhat decent, but his technicals are just so bad. We have Danzo as a ball winning mid. Danzo. He has Mangekyo Sharingans on his arms. Just forget that reference, please. He is very good and he looks amazing for us. Hopefully, he will be able to provide something. Knight as a starting center, advanced playmaker and support. I think he is one of the only players that is of championship quality. He looks very good, so hopefully we'll be seeing great things for him this season. Then we have Guler starting as an inside forward on the right hand side. His left foot is strong, so it's perfect. His speed might provide a very good outlet in the later stages of the game. Right. On the left side, we have Ryan O'Kane. He is exploring his options. I really want to just let him go at the end of his contract. I don't think he's very good for the championship. So if he starts this season, it's okay. But next season, I want to bring in a new inside forward that is much better than him. Hopefully, I can find one. He's played for us very well at Sky Bet League 1 level. Maybe he can take his form and improve upon it this season round. Augustine is starting as our deep lying support, deep lying forward on support. He is just amazing. I love the guy. He's my favorite player from the save. He is just insanely good. Hopefully, he can keep his form up. He's been insane for us since we signed him from Aldershot for 3K. And the new signing Hudson slots in as our starting advance forward. This is a man's man. He is beautiful. Just look at that hair. He is a man's man. He's an alpha player. He is just a player. He is a huge player for us. He is just beautiful. A beautiful, beautiful man's man. He's masculine. He should have. Oh, fuck. He should have. He really should have the watch. He played for Northern Ireland already, so you see how good he is. But he really should have Italian second nationality because he looks so Italian, like one of those stereotypical Italian players that you see on television. So I think I'll be starting the season off camera and come back probably against Sheffield, Peterborough, maybe Millwall, Barnsley. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Let's see, and maybe we can find more players coming the end of the transfer window because it's closing in 1 month. So don't, don't expect this team to be the final product. Hopefully, we'll have a more seasoned product. So yeah, let's see you in a bit. We are in September, everybody, and look at that. We are in the playoff spots. How are we in the playoff spots? Well, six goals from Augustine, highest average rating Augustine, 7.7. Uh, most yellow cards, a new player? Who is this guy? Who knows who this guy is? Is he a new signing? Probably. He has to, right? I never seen his name, David Bugai, or whatever you pronounce it. So, let's go through the Eric Ten Hag is the manager of Sheffield. How the mighty have fallen! Holy crap! How the mighty have fallen! How did Sheffield fare with him in charge? They got relegated and they stayed as a mid-table team in the championship. I mean, it really feels like Eric Ten Hag all over again. Their facilities are much better than ours, right? Um, me versus Ten Hag. I think he has to be like Eric has to be the thumbnail for the video, right? That makes sense. Okay, let's see how we've done. So first game of the new season, 3-1 defeat against Stoke. Done so with a goal starting the season. Actually, in this game we had higher XG than them, if I remember correctly. Yes, we had a higher XG. We crafted some very good chances, which we didn't finish because why would we? And Robinson was sent off in the 83rd minute. So marking goal, comeback, futile. Then we played in the cup against Barnsley, 3-1 defeat. I played the rotated squad. You could see that. Nothing more to add there. 3-3 draw against Birmingham at home. In a game I feel we should have at least won. We played very well. We had a lot of shots. They scored goals out of nowhere. I don't know. We just didn't perform. Then we lost against Middlesbrough 4-3. Again, this was actually a performance that uh, really was poor. Middlesbrough were much better than us. I think it was fair that they scored 4 goals in the first half. After that, it's hard to go back. 3-1 win against Burton was amazing. Oh, a new name here. Just wait, have some patience. We'll get to that in a sec. Next, we played Burton. Oh, Burton. We played Blackburn actually. 4-3 win with a goal in the last minute of the game. Let's check this game out. It was on television as well, so we FM them. I will agree to that. So we FM them. But the thing is, we controlled the game score-wise for the first half, and in the second half they just, I don't know, turned up and destroyed us. So first goal, Knight here with a very good finish. In past in past seasons, you wouldn't see that finish going in, but we are in the championship now. We have to score those opportunities. Weigel is a new signing. I'll just introduce him a little later. Wharton with a very uncharacteristic goal here. That's great to see. Very good player, very good goal for him. They picked us back starting the second half, and I think no, we scored another. Weigel with a very good cut in, and with the help of the post, he puts it in. Very good goal, very good solo effort almost. There I mean, my defense was non-existent here. And in the last minute of the game, Weigel does the unthinkable. I was not expecting anything from this highlight, but Weigel just turns up. So I'll just show you him in a sec. So we won the game. Then 2-2 draw against Nottingham Forest. Very good performance, especially since we were 2-0 down. I was not expecting to actually hold on to the draw, but we did, so that was amazing. 4-1 win against Watford was insane. I was not expecting such a good performance. It was pretty one of those games that, I don't know, everything clicked for the team. Another new name on the score sheet. We'll go to that in a sec. 3-3 draw against Hull was really not great, but at the same time, it was a fair result. I think it was one of those games. They kind of played a lot better in the second half than us. In the first half, it was a very even affair, but in the second half, they really turned up another notch and almost demolished us. I have to say. In our most recent game, we took on Millwall and won against them 3-2. Goals from Warwick, Nonti, and Gills in the 86th minute to basically seal the win. It was a good performance from the guys. I played a slightly rotated squad. Most of the players were tired. I just had to rotate the squad a fair bit. And we're sitting in fifth. Let's see what happened in the transfer window since we last left things. We kept things off with the transfer of Dawson. We didn't sign anyone. We didn't sell anyone. Only loaned out Collins from the first squad and bought in Raylan Edwards to loan him out. He's really he came in for 81k from Fleetwood. He is a prospect for the future. I think I can make a profit of him. I don't think he'll ever develop enough to play for our first squad, but I can make a profit of him. That's the main reasoning. I bought a right back from MK Dons for 200k, and this guy has not really performed. Like 7.7, 6.7 right average rating thus far, but he looks amazing. I really was expecting much more for him. Unfortunately, he doesn't really perform, and I had to use an ESC work permit place. So yeah, again, not great. Not great, but he looks good on paper. Hopefully he can gel with the rest of the squad and perform. Then I got this guy from Wigan. He is insane. He's starting on the right hand side. He has a strong left foot, and I think he's just amazing. He's a record signing, and to be fair, the Austrian looks amazingly good. He's a step up above. He's a step up on O'Kane, to be fair, and he just looks great. He looks great. Too bad he's injured now, but he looks amazing. Then we signed Doar on loan from Chelsea. He is our starting goalkeeper, and he's a very good sweeper keeper. He's much better, in my opinion, than Dawson. They didn't want to loan him to us at the start of the season, but now they agreed to a loan offer, and I don't know, he just looks very good. hopefully he can improve a little bit and really be that best option in the goal for us. He is already our best option, but he looks just insanely good. Then the next one is Gilberto Medina. We got him from Leon on a free from Mexico, and he is our backup left back. He is very good physically, just improving his pace at the moment. Technically, he's good. Mentally, he's amazing. I think he will be just amazing. I'm just amazing, and I can sell him for a profit. He was offered to me by his agent on deadline day, and when I saw him, I had to sign him. Basically, I mean, it was a no-brainer that I have to sign him. When we compare him to who's our starting bowler or starting left back, he really isn't as good as Bola, but I think he has the potential to surpass him in the future. Hopefully that won't be a lie, but even if he doesn't have the potential, he's only on 2K per week. He is valued at almost 1 million pounds, so it's really it's really signed he's really signed for the profit. A worst case scenario. And another guy was offered to me, an Argentinian actually was offered to me on deadline day. Thomas Olgin. He is our starting left inside forward. He looks amazing. He was offered to me by his agent on deadline day. He cost 550, 350 from this season's transfer budget, and the other ones in add-ons. So he, compared to O'Kane, is an improvement in my opinion. He's just way better as an inside forward than him. And yeah, overall, I think I mean, he's amazing. His work rate, his physicals, everything about him screams potential wonder kid, perhaps. I think he's not as good as the Austrian Weigel, but he is still pretty good and a pretty good option to have. So right now I'm more than happy with the starting lineup. We finally have a proper right back. We have a proper inside forward on the right. We have a very good inside forward on the left. The squad looks much better than it used to look. We have a very good goalkeeper right now, who is not a decent Skybet League 2 player. So yeah, hopefully we can just pull a punch, improve, and I don't know, just be this very good team that we are, or that I think we can be moving forward. Right. Uh, that would probably be all for now. Let's just go through to the next game against Sheffield. I'll either, depending on how long this video is, I'll probably split it into two parts, but we'll see. We'll see if I have to split it or not. Hopefully I won't, but you never know with these kind of videos. We are back, and as promised, double header today. But one thing first. Um, so for today, Mr. Weigel is injured. He won't be playing for us. But Guiller will be starting. He's been very good thus far. He really became quite easily my second choice inside forward or striker at this point. He is just an amazing player. But for the honorable mentions on the bench, you are familiar with Wharton. I don't think he'll be sticking around for much longer. If I get a good offer for him, I might sell him. Warwick, I should rename him Warwick. I think I'm keeping with Warwick. Very good option off the bench. Nonti apparently is highly rated by my staff. I don't really agree. He lacks pace. He lacks a lot of things. He has 16 determination, 20 flair. He's unambitious. I think I might be selling him if I get a good offer. O'Kane, another honorable mention, very good for us, just not quality enough. Medina, we've touched upon him, very good option off the bench. He played 3 games already for us. I think he'll be a good player for this season. Maybe the next season I'll look to sell him. Ado, very good player, wanted on loan by some clubs, but honestly, I want to play him in the first team for now. Hull is another player that's pretty good. A decent option to get off the bench. He is our third rated center back. Spence has been playing quite a while. I mean, 2 games thus far. Again, a very good option to bring off the bench. Really not championship quality, but nothing we can do about that. And Chris kind of fizzled out from the first team. I think I think I'll be selling the guy or releasing him at the end of his contract. He is rather poor. He's not improved. I think he will be released or sold, depending on what I can get for him. Right, game against Sheffield United. Honestly, mm, taking a first look at the lineups, I don't think we stand a chance against them. But I am hopeful because we pulled off some upsets this season and we are on a good run of form. So hopefully we can just, you know, continue putting out those upsets. Olgin now, what can Olgin do? Very good cross and Guler misses us. I think it was a sitter, wasn't it? He shouldn't have missed that. They have Otavio. Is that the Otavio? Right. Very good defender. Much better than what we have, that's for certain. Done so tonight. Very good pass to Hudson, but I think it was offside. Yeah, it was offside. It was clearly offside. It was miles offside. Uh, I've seen Savio here. It's not the Savio, right? David loses the ball as he always does, but I don't have no better option on the bench. That's the problem. Or in the squad. Right, let's press. Maybe we can hit them on the counter right now. The press is working perfectly. That's what I love to see. So the team is actually performing very well, and their positioning on the field is amazing. Their passing play is very good. We're limiting them to these off chances that allow us to. Oh fuck! What was that? I mean, we're limiting them to off chances, but when we give out the ball like that, it's yeah, not much we can do about it. And Dewar saves it. Man, how did he dribble through all of my players thus far? I mean, he cut through them like a knife to a butter through the butter. It's insanity, insanity. I'm telling you. And they missed. Oh, luckily, it was a very close chance. I think we are not playing that great. We had that chance, but we squandered that because that's what we do. I mean, he looks amazing. Philogene, my man, he was at Tottenham at Spurs, right? Not at Villa. Man, he was at Villa. How did I? I mean, it's Philogene Bidens, right? Yeah, Bidens, not Bidens. I used to get him to a Champions League final in a Villa save at one point. He was just amazing. He just developed. Of course, he was a backup, but I just gave him a go in the final with 5 minutes left, I think, just to see how he performs, and he actually performed very well. Bellingham's younger brother, isn't he? I mean, I don't have any striker that nears his levels. Let's bring on Wharton. He's very solid off the bench. I actually like the guy. I think I have to bring O'Kane as well for the Turkish striker beside forward. I trust O'Kane a little more, I guess, coming off the bench. They are, I mean, they're just toying with us at this point. Right, I don't really like that. So let's bring on Medina and let's bring on Warwick just to get some fresh legs on the pitch, and possibly we could have a chance here. Olgin misses it. It was a good chance, an off chance, yes, but a good one. Yeah, they were better than us. That's the hard truth, I guess. In 7 days, I don't remember what my physio recommended. How fast are you, my friend? I mean, do we bring him on? I think I bring him on for that speed that he has. Maybe he can catch a ball or anything. Maybe he can catch a through ball or something like that and just sprint. Run, Forrest, run. It's offside. Yeah, it's off. I think both Savio and Job were off, right? Oh, he actually goes by Job on his shirt, not Bellingham. Interesting. I didn't know that. Very good press. Too bad it's is that the Turk from Final Fantasy? No. I mean, I tried to reference there, but it was a poor one. Yeah, don't trade a go. I don't think we're gonna win the game. So if we can hold on to the draw, that would be great. But they're attacking now, and we're not really applying the pressure I wanted from the guys, at least from the midfielders. That's the problem. If we don't allow them any space, that would be great. Oh, but we allowed Savio in the box, but he missed it. Let's try and let's actually. Ah, fuck. There's nothing going on right now. It's nil-nil draw against Sheffield United is a good result. I'm happy with the result. Very good defensively. They didn't have any big chance. We are still in seventh, so that's I mean that's great for us. What the hell? Right, and we have to come back for the Peterborough game in almost a month. Holy crap! Right, I think I have to cut that from the video because there's no point. Just yep, I'll be coming back for that video, that game. See you in a. We are back. We are back with the game against Peterborough as promised. O'Kane is injured for this one. 7 days to 2 weeks. Chris will come into the game. Danso is suspended, so Warwick will come at that ball-winning midfielder and Spence on the bench. So other than that, it's a full-strength squad. Except for Danzo, I have everybody else. I wasted an ESC work permit for David here. I mean, and I'm paying him how much? How much am I paying him? He's one of the most disappointing players I have. 6.5k per week, but I don't know why. He is an upgrade on Sariki, but just doesn't perform. Bola has 3 goals already. Augustine has been playing amazingly. Hudson hasn't really hit the ground running. That's the problem, a problem I have. Holgin has been poor. Weigl has been very good. It's his live commentary debut for Weigl, right? Let's give him a round of applause. He missed last game. Maybe we can pull off an upset against Peterborough. We're playing at home, so I'm relying on that home advantage. Perhaps way too much. Okay, Cipriano is injured. Can you shoot from there? Yes, he can shoot. If he managed to make a pass from there, I think we would have been caught with our Hayden. How are you, my friend? How has he how has so he never played for Villa at all. All right, he played at around this level for the rest of his career. I really hoped he'd have at least played one game for Villa, but apparently not. I actually like him in real life. He's pretty decent. Bakayoko, Warwick, Robinson, very poor pass. What was that? You're a central defender. You're not a playmaker, Robinson. Right, he should win that header, but there's nobody in the midfield because Knight was in no man's land there. And they score. I mean, how did they score that? It was deflected off the defender. It was deflected off the defender. Fucking Aaron Ramsey. This is Aston Villa under 21st, under 21s. Ramsey scores from the corner. Okay, very good cross by Olgin actually. Okay, Olgin crosses and Robinson with that amazing header. Very good. He has 12 heading, but he has 16 jumping reach, so that's what I'm relying on. My defenders are pretty tall, to be fair. Pretty tall, and they're not slow by any means. I think that helps a lot. They're menaces from set pieces. Bola, very good defending. Finally, he defends. My problem with him was at the start of the season he was very poor defensively, but then he just started to defend. He scored a lot starting the season, so he was letting in goals at the same time scoring. So his average rating was always high because he scored goals, but defensively he was pretty poor. We are in the eighth place at the moment, which, to be honest, is great. As long as we're not in the relegation spots, I am happy. I don't think we can challenge for the playoffs, so that's a no-go for us. But instead, I think um, we can stay up. He should have caught that, right? Or am I insane? He should have caught that. Luis Cook, oh man, former wonder kid. How did he fare since he joined Bournemouth? Not that great. Still remember him. He was just so amazing. I always bought him in my Villa and Roma saves. I think once before, after he lost that wonder kid stigma, I signed him at the Fenerbahce side, and he was just great. And he fell off so bad that he's one example of a potential wonder kid that never made it. But he was not as highly rated as Balanta was. That was insane. How did you miss that? Why didn't you try and string up a pass? Why did you try to shoot from there? Augustine. Decisions 14. Alright, you didn't tell. You couldn't tell from that. We perform better than them, I guess. Right? XG better, shots better, possession not as good, but we're not playing a possession based system. The second half, we haven't done anything. Okay. Hector here is dying on the pitch. Well, we're not doing anything at this moment, so. Right, I might make some changes soon enough, if nothing changes in the game. Olgin, very good pass to Hudson. He should score that, and he scores that, and it's not offside. Let's go, 2-1. Very good pass from Olgin. He saw that pass and took it. So how did this go? So Bola to Olgin, very good pass to Hudson, and he just scores it. Very good finish, to be fair. The man's hair is just amazing. He's like a ship, you know? I almost feel like cutting his hair off in the winter and making a coat out of it or a fur. Bakayoko is pretty tired, but I think I'm gonna stick with him. Augustine has been poor. Let's bring on. Right. Whom do I bring? He has speed, but I think Ado is a little better. Let's move Hudson. Let's sub Augustine off, and let's bring on Guler here and switch them up because Ado is pretty poor in the air, whilst Guler is a little better. So this might make sense in my head at least. Right, let's go with these changes right now. Maybe if we score another, I can sub Bakayoko off. Otherwise, I cannot risk it. I cannot chance it. If you sub a center back, then there's a high chance you get scored against in this game. Let's bring on Spence though for Warwick, who has been rather poor. Yep, other than that, we look great. Oh, they have a set piece. Don't really like that. He scores it. It's offside. Thank you, ref. Oh, the ref loves me, and I love him as well. So this second half, they've done nothing. You cannot be scoring right now. You've done nothing. It's a pen. You've got to be joking, man. You've got to be joking. How is that a pen? Please, Duar. He doesn't save it. We smash them. We we control the whole game and we lose the game. I mean, is it fair? No. Fucking football manager doing that shit. It was never a pen. It was never a pen. I'm so mad. We are in eighth, so that is alright, I guess. We are in eighth. Oh, fucking hell. Of course, I'm furious. Why wouldn't I be? I think for the next episode, probably the Leeds game. Leeds and Sunderland away might seem like a very good spot. Maybe Millwall in December. So somewhere in December, either Leeds and Sunderland or Millwall and Sheffield United as well. We'll see. So FA Cup third round. Holy shit! That means we'll be getting the third round. We'll be getting some money. Holy shit! Very good money. Okay, so thank you for joining today. We'll be coming back in December. Leave a comment. Who's your favorite new signing? Who's your favorite player of the save? And yeah, thank you for joining. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a comment. What else do you want me to cover during these episodes? Maybe there's something I forgot. Maybe you want to see the squad before or players that left a few seasons ago or anything like that. So just leave out a comment. Thank you guys for your support. Love you.